Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class. So, in previous class, we had studied about computer networking, its advantages and types of computer network. Students, today we are going to study about network topologies, protocols, and network security. So, let's start. Network topology. What is network topology? We know that in computer networking, computers can communicate with each other, right? They can send data and information to each other. So, the arrangement of computer, right? The arrangement of computers, nodes or devices like printer, scanner, okay, used in the network is known as network topology. So, network topology, it is the arrangement of computers and other devices in the network. What are the types of network topology? First one is bus topology. So, bus topology is also known as linear topology. In this topology, all the computers are connected to a single cable. Here you can see in the diagrams, all the computers are connected to a single cable. What are the advantages of bus topology? So, if we have a small network, then it will be good to have bus topology, and it also requires a less cable. Disadvantages: suppose if there will be a problem, then it will be difficult to identify, and it is not good for large networks. Next is ring topology. In ring topology, all the devices in the networks are connected via a cable that loops in a logical ring or circle, right? Here you can see in the diagram, here all devices are connected to each other in a circular shape, right? All the nodes are connected to each other in a such a way that they make a closed loop. What are the advantages of ring topology? Here, data can be transferred between nodes at high speed. It means that we can transfer data from one computer to another computer at high speed. Additional node can be added, right? If I want to add any additional node or additional computer, I can easily add. Disadvantages of ring topology. It will be difficult to identify a problem in ring topology. There will be a failure in one computer, then it disturbs the whole network. Next one is star topology. So, in star topology, each node is directly connected to a central node or the hub or switch. Here you can see in the diagram, each computer is connected to a central device, that is hub or switch. We can use hub or switch to connect a multiple computers. What are the advantages of star topology? Suppose there will be a failure in single connection or single computer, then it will not affect the entire network. We can easily detect the problem in star topology, right? Disadvantages: here you can see each node is directly connected to a central device, right? So a large amount of cable is needed and it increases the installation cost. And also there you can see in the diagram that whole network is dependent on a central device, that is hub or switch. So if there will be a problem in central device, then whole network goes down. Next is tree topology. Tree topology is a combination of bus and star topology, right? It is used to combine multiple star topology network. Here you can see in the diagram, there are so many star topologies are there, and all these are connected like a bus topology. Okay. Next one is protocols. Protocol is the special set of rules for communication between network devices. Okay. For networking, for communication, there are some rules are there that have to be followed. So those rules are called protocols. Some of the protocols are TCP/IP protocol, that is Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. These two are different protocols, but they are used together in a computer network, right? So what TCP does? TCP breaks the data into small packets, okay? And IP, it handles the address part of the each packet. Next one is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. We use Hypertext Transfer Protocol for transferring hypertext, that is text, graphics, images, sounds or videos. File Transfer Protocol or FTP. So FTP provides a method for copying files over a network. Suppose I am uploading file, then FTP protocol will be used. Network security. A computer on a network can be accessed by many users, right? So security measures have to be taken to protect network from unauthorized access. Okay, so what are the security measures that we can take? First one is login password. By assigning a login, that is username, and strong password to the user of the system, it can ensure that the only authorized person can access the computer. Next one is firewall. A firewall is a hardware device or a software that is installed to monitor the data entering the computer network or leaving it, right? So a firewall permits only the data to enter or leave the computer network for which permission have been granted by the computer or network administrator. Next one is antivirus software. Antivirus software, it is a program or a set of programs that are designed to detect, search and remove software viruses, right? So some of the example of antivirus software are Windows Defender, Quickhill, etc. Next one is permissions. A data file on a computer can be created, read or modified, right? So we can give different rights to different users. Suppose we can give, some user can only read the file, some user can also read and modify the files, right? In this way we can also ensure computer security as well as network security. So here we have completed lesson 1. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me. Okay students, stay safe, stay home.